What's up, guys? It's Saturday, March 15th, and we have an 8-game NBA slate that looks really good. Like, we both have put out plays on our own channels, and as we're sitting here putting together plays for the Backdoor Fantasy Sports video, I'm just like, man, there's so many plays that we still haven't touched on. A lot of value today, so hopefully we can get a sweep and keep it rolling here. What did we didn't hit the last sweep, but we hit the time before that was a sweep, I believe.
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken. So yeah, let's jump right into talking about the plays, and we'll go over our partnerships. I've got two plays that are at the same line, and they're the same category. I'm going Fred VanVleet over 5.5 assists, and I'm going Jamal Murray over 5.5 assists. Just liking both of these. What are you getting into, Jordy?
Yeah, so for me, I'm going with Simone Fontecchio for over 0.5 3 points made, and I'm taking Buddy Hield over 16.5 fantasy score.
All right, sounds good. Well, if you haven't yet, come subscribe to our solo channels. We have plays, like I mentioned, for today's slate. I'm already up. It's just at Jordy BDFS if you want to follow Jordy's page. And then mine is just at JRusso BDFS. I've got plays up as well. So yeah, come subscribe to our other channels. It's been awesome. Helped us a lot just get out more content because we don't have to like collaborate every single time we're putting out a video. It's been great. If you haven't signed up for Underdog, Parlay Play, or Better, use code BACKDOOR and they're going to hook you up with awesome sign-up bonuses. On top of that, for Parlay Play, we're going to give you a month in our premium Discord. Just shoot us an email at bdfantasysports@gmail.com and we'll get you in within 24 hours. So come join us. All right, so Jamal Murray. This is a really simple one. He's got a soft matchup here, 25th in assists allowed, playing against Washington. I think Nikola Jokic may have been upgraded to probable. I'm surprised that the spread is not more than 12, but we got a 240.5 over under, 12-point spread favoring the Nuggets playing in Denver. But last I checked, let me see. So we got Jokic 33 minutes ago. Yeah, listed as probable. Okay. So he might play. Usually if it's probable, I'm thinking they're going to play. Looks like Aaron Gordon is questionable, but you just never know. A game against Washington, they might just let Jokic rest tonight. Hopefully he plays, though. That'd be even better for this assist prop. We also have Christian Braun, probable game time decision, though. So yeah, he's gone over this line in 3 out of his last 5. And we have this great note here from Outlier. He's exceeded 5.5 assists in 7 straight games versus bottom 10 defenses for assists allowed. So in these matchups, he's averaging 7.3 assists a game, 100% hit rate, about 36.9 minutes a game, 11 potential assists. That's super efficient. 6 or more when you're only really trying to dish it out like 11 times a game. 2.4 fouls, not getting in foul trouble in these types of matchups. If we look at the head-to-head, he's done it in both head-to-heads as well, both from last year. But still, the history looks great. Really soft matchup. Everybody should be able to eat against Washington. So I would imagine he'd have a pretty efficient outing as well. If we look at these, once again, yeah, 11 potential assists and 12 potential assists, converted that into 7 and 8. So his numbers are looking really consistent right now. Feeling good about this play. Let's just look at what it's been averaging minutes-wise over the last 5. 39.7 minutes a game. That's pretty wild. It's actually quite a bit of minutes. And then that's come up a little bit too. The potential assists are up at 13.6 over the last 5. So that's, and the crazy thing is he's just been super efficient because 13.6 is great, but for like a point guard, like one of the, best point guards in the league, you'd expect that to be even a little bit higher, but he's been getting it done even on 13.6 potential assists. Let's take a look at Daily Grind real quick. See what they think about it on the optimizer. They're feeling like it's going to go over. They've got it at a 51.99% odds to hit the over, -126. We've got just about everybody. Everyone has this right at 5.5. Pinnacle has it at a -136. So that's usually a really good sign if Pinnacle's got it juiced. And then we've got some -125s, -130. There's only one. Is that DraftKings? Now it's BetMGM is the only one favoring it to go under, just slightly, -110. Everyone else, pretty heavy juice, lots of -130s. And then if you aren't feeling the assists, They also like his rebounds over 4, 51.65% odds hit the over, -126. That puts us at 9.5, which is right where that rebounds and assists are. If you wanted to take both of those together, 50.89% odds hit the over, -121. The PR they like over, the points they like over. The reason I didn't go for the rebounds and assists is we saw this great note from Outlier on the assists here. And then if you go to the actual rebounds and assists, it has been a little bit dicier. The matchup's still really soft, 30th in rebounds allowed. Let's go specifically to point guards. Tightens up a little bit, 22nd in rebounds allowed, 24th in assists allowed. But it just doesn't look as good to me. 4 out of his last 10. And then if we look at the note from Outlier, I mean, it's still pretty solid. It's not as bad as I remembered. Maybe I was looking at Fred VanVleet earlier. So yeah, if you want to go rebounds and assists, that's looking solid too. Still 6 out of his last 7 games versus bottom 10 defenses for assists allowed. So yeah, soft matchup on the rebounding, averaging 9.1 rebound chances a game in these types of matchups. So if you want a little extra cushion, just go for the rebounds and assists. All right, so Fred VanVleet. Now this is an EV plus play on Outlier. It's looking pretty solid. Look at this note. He's exceeded 5.5 assists in 17 of his last 19 games versus bottom 10 defenses for assists allowed, averaging 8. So decent little cushion there. And then some of these games, like one of them against Philly, one more would have cashed it for him. He also has a soft matchup, 28th in assists allowed. If we go over to point guards, 30th in assists allowed, even softer. We also have Amen Thompson out, who is he hasn't been facilitating as much lately, but we know that when he's in the game, he can be a facilitator. He spikes up and down. The last game he played before he hurt his ankle, I think he had like 9 assists or something. It was a blowout, and that's why the coach left him in the game. He was like 1 assist away from getting a triple double. So that is a lot of vacated assists, especially with the way he's been playing lately. We're playing against Chicago here, who's a fast-paced team. So it's usually a pretty high over-under. This one's not too crazy, but still it's on the higher end of things, 229.5. And we've got Houston favored by 8, playing at home in Houston. So higher over-under, more possessions, more shots to be taken. So more assists to be had. That's the way I see it. So feeling good about this. If we look at his last 5, he hasn't gotten it done, but this is the really soft matchup that I think he's going to be able to bounce back. Let me look at his minutes too. Yeah, his minutes been a little bit volatile as well. We know he missed a little bit of time, but he's back, should be good to go. Let's look at the head-to-head. So 3 straight head-to-heads, he's cleared it no problem. His lowest outing was 7. He also had a 12 assist game and a 10 assist game. But the only one from this season is 7 assists, and that was a 143-107 blowout. He only had 27.8 minutes and had 16.3 potential assists in these head-to-heads, but had 12 potential assists in that game and cashed 7 of them. And that's kind of what I was speaking to you about Jamal Murray. These potential assists have been down lately, just 8. That's kind of crazy. But overall, when you're looking at these types of matchups, 13.4. So right there with Jamal, it's literally just these head-to-heads with Chicago. It spikes up quite a bit. 30th in assists allowed to point guards, 28th overall. Let's see what Daily Grind thinks. They're not feeling it. 5.5. They've got it as the top under. So go with your gut. 53.03% odds to hit the under, -132. And there's a lot of juice to the under. So maybe I'm wrong about this. You guys got to go with your gut. And to me, I mean, every head-to-head he's hit it. And then this crazy note here, 17 out of his last 19 games for bottom 10 defenses for assists allowed. Super soft matchup. I don't see why he would be going under, especially with Amen Thompson out. If you want to pivot, they like his first quarter points over 3. Sounds solid to me too. Points rebounds over 15.5. They have that at a 51.44% odds to hit the over, -125. They like his points over, and they like the points assists, which is the same. So if you add the points and the points assists, it's a 5.5 point bump, but they don't like the assists over 5.5. Has someone got it at 5 or something? No. All right. If you guys know, let us know in the comments. I'm taking it for more. They're not feeling the PRA either. So yeah, points assists, points rebounds, and first quarter points is what they like. If you guys want to check out this app from Outlier, it's awesome. It really helps you make informed decisions and just gives you all of the different statistical details for all these different categories, different time frames, matchups, injury reports, insights about each prop, and they'll point you in the direction of props that they think statistically look good to go over or under. And you can try it out for free. You just sign up through the link below. You don't need to put a code in. They're going to give you a week just to check it out. And it is interesting. Daily Grind does not like that, and a bunch of platforms don't like it because it's also EV Plus on Outlier. So yeah, I'm going to be rolling it over. But yeah, you guys go with your gut. All right, Jordy.
All right. Yeah. So to get into mine here, I've got Simone Fontecchio for over his 3-pointer. It's at 0.5. I feel good about this. He's gone over this 65% of the season, 39 out of 60 games. He's a good 3-point shooter. I mean, once upon a time, was it like last year? He was, playing a lot. As you can see here, he went over this 88% of the season, multiple games with, 4 or 5 3-pointers made. So I know Fontecchio can do it. The problem is this year is he's just not getting a whole bunch of playing time. He's averaging about 17 minutes per game right now. So he's going to have a small window to get in there and get it done. But over the last couple of games, he's been balling again. 1 3-pointer, 2. So he's been hitting it, But he's going to come in at some point, and it's a very soft matchup, 20th in 3-pointers allowed. Obviously, it's the Thunder. They are a very good defense, but I think Fontecchio can get in here and get it done. He's hit it in 2 out of 3 of the head-to-heads. Obviously, he was getting a lot more time in these other head-to-heads when he was playing with Utah still. He's playing 23, 29 minutes. He was getting a lot more time, but even in that last one he played, he was still in Utah and he didn't get it done on 24 minutes. So I feel good about it. I think he has enough skill to get in there and get us just 1 3-pointer. When he comes in there, he's averaging 3.1 3-point attempts in just 15 minutes. So he's definitely putting up enough shots. He just needs to make one. So a little bit of a 50-50 shot in my opinion. Daily Grind feels pretty much the same way. It's minus 124, 51.23% chance to go over. So you can take it if you want, but I feel good about it, so I'm definitely gonna be rolling it. And that's gonna be Fontecchio. Buddy Hield, there's still no Pajemski, so Buddy Hield's still gonna get some playing time. He'll probably play 20 to 25 minutes as well, but he's been playing pretty good ball lately. Over the last 5 games, he's gone for 23, 0.7 fantasy score in 22 minutes is criminal, but then he went for 20, 38, and 31 again. So obviously you're seeing both sides of the coin here. He can either completely burn you or he can go way over this, and I think it just kind of depends on how he gets into rhythm with his shooting. You can see here he's gone over this 59% of the season, 39 out of 66 games. Over the last 20, he's gone over it 13 out of his last 20. So he's definitely been picking it up a little bit since Pajemski's been hurt, and he's been reliable coming in there and getting some shots up. So if you take a look at his points here, let's just take a look at his full PRA and the matchup. So the matchup, 24th in points allowed, 22nd in rebounds allowed, 17th in assists allowed. It's a good matchup. In the last 2 head-to-heads, he's gone for 25 PRA, and with the Warriors in the last head-to-head, he went for 21 PRA, 15.6 rebounds. So the one thing I do like about Buddy Hield is he's actually a pretty solid defender. If you take a look at his blocks and steals, the last head-to-head he only had 1, but you can see over the last 5 here he's had 1, 2, 3, 1. Last 10 he's always getting something going there. And if you take a look at his turnovers, the turnovers are there. You can see in the last couple of matchups here he's had 2 turnovers, 1 0 1 0. So he's probably going to get you 1 or 2 turnovers, nothing to the point where I'm scared to not take the fantasy score because it's still so low. It's at 16.5. So I think he can get in there and get it done. I think his defensive upside will outweigh the turnovers. Hopefully he doesn't just go in there and go haywire on the turnovers or anything. But I think the matchup looks good. I like this matchup for him. Like I said, he's been getting a little bit of extended minutes because Pajemski is out again, so him and Gary Payton will both get more time. But yeah, I feel good about it. So if we take a look at this on Daily Grind, his points rebounds are a minus 132 to go over. So if you want to take the points rebounds, you can. I just think the fantasy score is low enough to where I want it all. So go with your gut. But yeah, that's going to be what I'm taking. If you guys want to check out this optimizer from Daily Grind, go to dgfantasy.com and use code BACKDOOR, and they're going to give you 25% off your first purchase with Daily Grind. So we use the optimizer in every video. That's my favorite tool of theirs to use. So if you want to do that, dgfantasy.com, use code BACKDOOR for that 25% off. And yeah, I'll pass it over to Russo.
All right. Well, if you want to come join our Discord community, it's awesome. We have a lot of fun in here, and I mean, there's just like a ton of volume. Everybody's putting in plays. If there's a great play out there on the board somewhere, someone in our Discord is going to catch it and share it with the community. You can take advantage of the parlay play promo. Use code BACKDOOR. Shoot us an email at bdfantasysports@gmail.com. We'll get you in within 24 hours. If you want to just jump right in, just go to Patreon. Once you sign up through the Patreon link below, you go into the settings, there's a connected apps option in the menu bar, and you log into your Discord straight from there. Don't forget to come follow us on our socials. It's just at BackdoorFS on X, TikTok, and Instagram. And once again, come subscribe to our channels, at JRussoBDFS and at JordyBDFS. We appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend. We'll catch you in the next one.
Good luck, guys.